semifinal game is between Johns Hopkins University and Gettysburg College. Let's meet the non-starters for the Bullets of Gettysburg College. Number 3, Dave Dwyer. Number 6, Anna Cole. Number 7, Madeline Pagliaro. Number 8, Charlotte Buckman. Number 9, Julia Sears. Number 12, Amy Schuerman. Number 13, Allison Cavicchio. Number 15, Casey Miller. Number 17, Katie Schaffer. Number 19, Catherine Graham. Number 22, Megan Kratz. Number 23, Mara Farinelli. Number 25, Hannah Freiman. Number 26, Jill Algren. Number 38, Eileen Husserl. And number 39, Ann Sullivan. And now for the starting lineup for the Bullets. A senior midfielder from Barrington, Rhode Island, number 4, Julia Swords. A sophomore forward from Fairfield, Connecticut, number 5, Lauren Pecoria. A freshman midfielder from Bridgewater, New Jersey, number 10, Jenna Badinsky. A sophomore forward from Arlington, New Jersey, number 11, Christina Orio. A junior midfielder from Morristown, New Jersey, number 14, Tamlin Unruh. A junior midfielder from Westchester, Pennsylvania, number 16, Emma Bertrando. A sophomore defender from Bedford, New Jersey, number 18, Noah Punishak. A freshman defender from Baldwin, Maryland, number 20, Melissa Ritchie. A senior midfielder from Califon, New Jersey, number 24, Sam Nickel. A junior forward from Phoenix, Maryland, number 27, Arden Sheets. And a senior goalkeeper from Patton Township, New Jersey, number 40, Jillian Caputo. Gettysburg is coached by Mark Jordan, assisted by Ashley Mowry and Lydia Westerskiet. And now let's meet the non-starters for the Blue Jays of Johns Hopkins University. Number 1, Megan Bates. Number 2, Tessa Erickson. Number 3, Caroline Ross. Number 4, Seema Sajid. Number 6, Danica Berman. Number 9, Riley Mitchell. Number 11, Sheena Glazer. Number 14, Valerie Henderson. Number 15, Kinley Taylor. Number 16, Sienna Urbanski. Number 17, Maddie Slavinsky. Number 18, Eileen Nichols. Number 19, Avery Seward. Number 22, Sarah Mattias. Number 28, Bryn Rowland. Number 29, Sam Chabot. Number 32, Anna Scott. Number 35, Sarah Janey. And number 88, Morgan Seward. And now the starting lineup for the Blue Jays. A sophomore midfielder from Louisville, Kentucky, number 5, Abby Burke. A sophomore forward from Carrollton, Texas, number 10, Izzy Thompson. A freshman forward from Bethlehem, Pennsylvania, number 12, Sadie Boone. A junior midfielder from Newburyport, Massachusetts, number 13, Michaela Courtney. A senior midfielder from Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, number 20, Katie Eckerly. A senior defender from Lansdale, Pennsylvania, number 21, Sylvie Kim. A sophomore defender from Highland, Maryland, number 25, Bailey Schwab. A sophomore forward from Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, number 26, Maddie Brown-Shear. A sophomore midfielder from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, number 27, Lyra Granato. A freshman defender from Los Gatos, California, number 30, Olivia Fox. And a sophomore goalkeeper from Avon, Ohio, number 99, Caitlin Paul. Johns Hopkins is coached by Jane Wells and assisted by Britt Walker, Merrick Davis, and Bill Bullock. Referees for today's game are Frank Maizano and Mary Haynes. Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, would you please rise for playing our national anthem? officials, student athletes, coaches, or team representatives will not be tolerated and are grounds for removal from the site of competition. The consumption of alcohol and tobacco products is strictly prohibited. Artificial noisemakers, air horns, and electronic amplifiers are not permitted. We thank you for your cooperation.
The regular season has passed us by, and it's now time for postseason play here in the Centennial Conference. And we kick it off with the Centennial Field Hockey Tournament from Baltimore and Johns Hopkins University. And you can watch it all this weekend right here on Hop TV. Hi, everyone. I'm Connor Newcomb, and I'll be bringing you the action today as the top-seeded and host, number 6 ranked Johns Hopkins Blue Jays, take on the number 5 seed, the Gettysburg Bullets, here in a Centennial Conference Field Hockey semifinal matchup. It's the first of 2 games today. These 2 teams will face off here in just about a minute. And then shortly after this one finishes up, we'll have our number 2 and number 3 seeds facing off in our second semifinal today. That'll be Franklin and Marshall against Ursinus later today. A couple of teams that have been in the top 25 at parts this season. And, of course, many people expecting this Hopkins team and maybe Franklin and Marshall to meet again after they played a great game last weekend here on this field. A 2-1 Hopkins win that clinched them a perfect conference season 10-0 and got them to host this conference tournament. But first they got to get through Gettysburg as the Bullets will start off with the ball, and we are off from Homewood Field in Baltimore. Gettysburg in the all-white, Hopkins in the all-blue as the Blue Jays go from right to left on your screen here to start it off. That's Bailey Schwab, who plays it in for the Blue Jays. We have seemingly skipped over fall here in Baltimore and are creeping towards winter as Gettysburg is inside the circle here. Lauren Beccaria, the sophomore forward, number 5 in white. She's got 8 goals, second most on the team. Third most on the team, excuse me. Brought it inside the circle and Hopkins sent it away. It's a chilly one today in Baltimore. Not going to get much warmer than about 45 degrees, and as it usually is here in Homewood Field, some wind blowing around as well. So you can see a lot of the players with the long sleeves on to try and keep in some warmth today. As these 2 teams, the lucky ones playing the 4 o'clock game, the one that'll get going around 6 or maybe a little later tonight. Once the sun goes down, it's going to be in the 30s, and that's going to be even tougher for Franklin and Marshall and Ursinus in our second semifinal. The Bullets trying to take it the other way. Arden Sheets with the ball there, the junior back in her home state. She hails from Phoenix, Maryland. As Hopkins and Gettysburg kick off this first semifinal. Of course, Gettysburg had to play a postseason game and win it just to get here, as they pulled at least the seeding upset on Wednesday. Now Hopkins with some possession. Meyer Granado applying pressure, but it'll go the other way. The Bullets had to go on the road and play the number 4 seed Bryn Mawr on Wednesday. That was the number 4 versus number 5 seed matchup. Play-in game to face the number 1 seed, and the Bullets got it done in that one. A 1-0 victory in the midweek. It was Emma Bertrando, the junior, number 16 in white. She got the goal in the second quarter, and that was all her team needed in the 1-0 victory to take out Bryn Mawr and advance to Homewood Field for the semifinal today. So this Gettysburg team feeling good after that big victory. As they've now won back-to-back games, got a big win on Saturday, 3-2 in overtime over Dickinson to get themselves in this position. Little mishit on the shot there from the freshman Olivia Fox, number 30 in blue. Now Fox wasn't initially in today's starting lineup, but Seema Sudgeon looked like she suffered something of an injury in warm-up, so Sudgeon taken out of the starting lineup. Fox entered into the starting lineup. It's just the second start of the season for the freshman out of California. Hopkins gets it into the circle, and they'll earn a restart. It's up to Abby Burke. What a season Burke has had as she'll restart at number 5 in blue for Hopkins. Burke, the National Division III Player of the Week this last week, after she scored both goals on Saturday in Hopkins' conference regular season title, clinching 2-1 victory over the Diplomats right here at Homewood Field last Saturday afternoon. Granado rolls one in towards Burke. It bounces on through for Maddie Brown-Shear, and a corner is coming up for Hopkins 4 minutes into this first semifinal. So Hopkins will get the first good chance here. This Blue Jays team, again, the number 1 overall seed. They're ranked 6th in the country and trying to win themselves a chance at hosting even more, which would be hosting an NCAA regional. And now we've got a jersey change coming from Jillian Caputo, the senior goalkeeper for the Bullets, and the referee, after 4 minutes of play, deciding, you know what, you can't wear the same color as the opposing team. Caputo had the blue jersey on, a very similar color to the jerseys of the Hopkins players. So she'll put on the number 38 jersey, but that is still Jillian Caputo, the senior goalkeeper, in there for this penalty corner. It's swept out towards Katie Mackerleen. She feeds it to her right. Sent back towards Corvey. She'll try a shot. Caputo makes a save in the new uniform. Rebound shot is blocked. It's still loose inside the circle, and finally the whistle gives it back to Gettysburg. So kind of an odd thing there. You would think the referees would see that immediately and make Caputo switch the jerseys, but she puts on the 38, and she makes the first save of the day right there to keep it scoreless. Caputo in there, a senior out of Haddon Township, New Jersey. She's now started all 20 games this season for Gettysburg. Second year as a starter. She was also the full-time starter last year. She's now made 96 saves on the season and has allowed 36 goals to get by her. But as I was mentioning before, this Hopkins team again ranks 6th in the country. They're 15-2 overall. They went a perfect 10-0 in Centennial play in the regular season. And now they're trying to earn a spot as an NCAA regional host, which would keep them playing here at Homewood Field next weekend, which would obviously be huge for Jane Wells' team. Of course, the Blue Jays made it to their first ever Final Four last season, and it would give them a good chance to repeat that feat this year if they could start off at home. But still some work to do. You have to think they're going to have to win this conference tournament. In on goal, here's a shot. It's deflected wide of the cage, and it will come outside the circle. Obviously, being the number 1 seed, it's not even as much about proving anymore for Hopkins. It's just not slipping up in either this semifinal or a potential final, which would be tomorrow right back here at Homewood Field. This one tipped into the circle. It's loose and then taken away. Tamlin Unruh got to it, but it ends up in a Hopkins corner. 9 minutes to play in this first quarter. And the Blue Jays will get their second penalty corner of the day, and they will again test Jillian Caputo, who was surely tested the last time these two teams met. Just last week in a big Hopkins win. Out to Mackerleen. Katie Mackerleen with a shot, and it hits off the post. Mackerleen coming inches away from giving Hopkins the lead. Instead, it'll be another corner right here for the Blue Jays. As you see the ball up to Mackerleen, and she'll take that shot anytime and just dings it right off the right side goal post. Another corner coming. They'll play it short for Corvey. She tries to swing it to her right. Sweeping shot goes on through and in. And Johns Hopkins has a 1-0 lead. So the Blue Jays were pushing and pushing, and finally they get the goal to open up the scoring here at Homewood Field. It's Katie Mackerleen with the goal, and it's her 10th of her senior season, and it's the Blue Jays 1 and the Bullets nothing. So Hopkins on its third corner early in the first quarter, finally breaking through. Mackerleen, the senior out of Phoenixville, Pennsylvania, her 10th goal of the year to go along with 5 assists here in her senior campaign. She's had a great season, and it looks like, as we're going to find out here in the next couple of days, that she's going to be on another all-conference team. Abby Burke the other way. Hopkins threatening again. Sadie Aboud inside the circle. Aboud couldn't get a shot off as it was poked away. Mackerleen last season, 9 goals, 7 assists, first team all-conference. 2 years ago, 6 goals, 1 assist. She was an honorable mention in the all-conference list. And then as a freshman in 2016, 2 goals, 4 assists. She was second team all-Centennial. So she's been on those lists all 3 years, and you have to think she's going to be on them again here as a senior. And she'll be joined by her teammate Abby Burke, who's putting together a nice campaign to try and win Centennial Conference Player of the Year. Here's Izzy Thompson, who after a loud freshman season has been a little quiet this year as a sophomore, but you know head coach Jane Wells is expecting big things from her here in the postseason. Of course, Thompson had the 13 goals last year, which set a Hopkins freshman record. And it's not like she's fallen off much this year. Still 5 goals and 2 assists, but just not the same production from her. She has missed a little bit of time, though. Missed a total of 3 games on the season. Hasn't been in the starting lineup every time she's been out there, but maybe she can get going here late in the year. So it's 1-0 for Hop on the Katie Mackerleen goal. Just a little under halfway through this first quarter. As Bryn Rowland comes on for the Blue Jays, and Michaela Corvey will head to the bench. Rowland, number 28 in blue, the sophomore out of Branchburg, New Jersey, with 3 goals and 3 assists on the season. Gave you kind of the Hopkins resume, 15-2, 10-0, 6th in the country. On the other side, Gettysburg, obviously their path to the NCAA tournament, it's going to be playing Cinderella and winning this whole thing this weekend. They've already taken down the first step with the 1-0 win in that 4-5 game this week against Bryn Mawr, but now a much tougher test and already in a 1-0 hole. This Bullets team comes in 11-8 overall on the season. They went an even 5-5 in Centennial play. And again, got a huge boost last Saturday with a 3-2 overtime victory over Dickinson that got them into the 5th spot to make the Centennial tournament. Emma Bertrando just about a minute and a half into overtime. A whistle blew. She got a penalty stroke and she scored it to win it for the Bullets. This one into the circle, and we'll just roll on through. And it'll come outside for Gettysburg. Another sub for Hopkins. Christina Glazer, number 11 in blue, comes on as Sadie Aboud heads to the bench. That pass is knocked down. Defending there by Maddie Brown-Shearer. And it'll go the other way for Hopkins with Bailey Schwab. Schwab looking for Thompson. Her pass intercepted. On the ball now is Emma Bertrando, who had the winner not only this week against Bryn Mawr, but also, as I said, last Saturday against Dickinson. Junior out of Westchester, Pennsylvania, 9 goals and 4 assists for number 16 in white this season. Here's Bryn Rowland just into the game. She's on the ball, but a little bit of an errant pass gives it back to Gettysburg. Now the Blue Jays will take it the other way. 5 shots for Hop, no shots for Gettysburg, and the 1-0 Blue Jay lead. Rolls this one ahead for Granado. She gives it on for Thompson. Izzy Thompson into the circle. Passes one out in front, but her pass intercepted at the last moment. Big defensive play made back there. Looks like Sam Nicole got on it. Now the referee will whistle it dead as Hopkins makes a sub. Maddie Brown-Shear comes off. The freshman, number 16, Sienna Urbanski, comes in for the Blue Jays. 2 goals and 1 assist for her on the season. And the Bullets take it the other way. It's Jenna Vadinsky, the freshman, with 4 goals this year. She's been a big part and a big new addition for this Bullets team under head coach Barb Jordan in now her 18th season. 174 wins in just about 18 full years, but no NCAA tournaments for her. That took a deflection off Urbanski. On a pass from Noah Podajak, sophomore number 18 in white, who is making her first start of her career here in this one. What a time to make your first start in a Centennial Conference semifinal game on the road against a top 10 team in the country. Hopkins will come the other way. This could be a 3-on-2 break. Urbanski slings it ahead for Thompson. Izzy Thompson gets to it. Thompson into the circle. Looking for a passing lane. She tries to keep it in play and wasn't able to get the pass off. It'll come outside the circle here for the Blue Jays. Abby Burke on it now. She evades one defender. That was Beccaria. And Beccaria makes a nice play to stop her, but the whistle blows against the sophomore out of Fairfield, Connecticut. This Gettysburg team has some talented scorers. Again, Beccaria with 8 goals. Bertrando, who's a 2-time all-conference selection with 9 goals. And then Julia Soares, we haven't really called her name yet, number 4 in white, senior forward out of Rhode Island. She leads the team with 10 goals and 5 assists. So they've got some firepower. All 3 of them in the starting lineup today, as they have been all season. This one will go up to Beccaria. Lauren Beccaria trying to feed her way into the circle. Tries to find Sheets, but her pass deflected. It'll stay with the Bullets. Here comes a shot, bounces up high, trickles wide of the goal, and a corner coming for Gettysburg with just over 30 seconds to play in the first quarter. So a big chance for the Bullets to try and tie this one up late in the first period. Got some options there at the top of the circle, including Julia Soares. First team all-conference selection last year. In line for one of those selections again this year. Sheets will enter it in. She plays it short. Comes a shot. It goes up high and will be sent the other way. That was just a little off balance there from Bertrando, who was looking for another tally. The junior has 19 career goals. The whistle blows to give it back to Gettysburg, but not going to be enough time to get anything going here at the end of the first period. 15 minutes down in this Centennial Conference semifinal, and Hopkins has a 1-0 lead. The goal coming from Katie Mackerleen early in the first period. We'll be back shortly for quarter number 2 here on Hop TV.
on us.
All of us.
And it's time to act now.
We are calling you, all of you.
All Centennial Conference student athletes to join our cause.
The It's On Us pledge is a personal commitment
to keep men and women safe from sexual assault.
It's a promise to not be a bystander to the problem,
but to be a part of the solution.
As a Centennial Conference student athlete, I am proud to take the pledge.
I pledge
to create an environment where men and women feel
safe.
To hold friends accountable if what they're doing is wrong.
To never blame the victim.
1/5 of women and 1/16 of men are sexually assaulted in college.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To stop sexual assault.
To be more than a bystander.
To intervene if a friend is doing something that could lead to sexual assault.
It's on us.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To help others.
To stand up, to step in, and to take responsibility.
It's on us. It's on us.
To take reports of sexual assault seriously.
To change the way we talk about women.
To be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
To look out for others.
Anyone can be the victim and everyone can be the solution.
It's on us as Centennial Conference student athletes.
To take a stand and make a difference.
We're the Centennial Conference and it's on us, all of us, to stop sexual assault.
We took the pledge and you can too.
At itsonus.org.
Back here at Homewood Field, getting ready for the start of the second quarter. Semifinal number 1 here at the Centennial Conference Field Hockey Tournament. Connor Newcomb with you here on Hop TV as the number 1 seeded Blue Jays have a 1-0 lead over the number 5 seed, the Gettysburg Bullets, through 15 minutes of play. It was Katie Mackerleen, the senior midfielder for Hopkins, getting her 10th goal of the season. It came about 7 minutes into this one and gave the Blue Jays a 1-0 lead that they still hold at this point in this one. Hopkins out shooting Gettysburg 6-2 through 1 period of play. Blue Jays will send one up to Tessa Erickson, the freshman, number 2 in blues, into the game for the first time to start this second quarter. But she couldn't quite run it down as it goes back over to Gettysburg. Blue Jays trying to work this one into the circle. They do. Burke sends one in towards goal. And it's the Blue Jays 2 and Gettysburg nothing. Less than a minute into this second quarter, and Hopkins doubles its lead. Looked like Burke, who came in and set it up. Not sure whether or not that one took a deflection. You'll see on the replay here, Burke into the circle, and it looks like it was fed on through by Christina Glazer, who gets the goal, and it's 2-0 in favor of Hopkins. So Glazer, the senior out of Charlotte, North Carolina, gets her 3rd goal of the year, and it's 2-0 for Hop. Here's Tessa Erickson the other way, trying to add to that lead. Glazer, who for the second time this year, she's got 3 goals, and now 2 of them have come against this Gettysburg team. She also scored in the regular season matchup, which was just 9 days ago. They played back on October 30th in a midweek game. That was Gettysburg's last loss. It was a 6-1 victory for Hopkins in that one, in their penultimate conference matchup. And the Blue Jays scored early and often. 2 in the first quarter, 1 in the second quarter, and 3 goals in the third quarter. Lauren Beccaria got one in the fourth quarter just to get Gettysburg on the board, but it ended a 6-1 scoreline and a Hopkins win. Christina Glazer scored in the third quarter of that one, made it 5-0 at the time of her goal. And now she scores against this team again today to make it 2-0 early in the second period. Glazer's other goal on the year came back on October 19th in the 5-0 win here at Homewood Field for the Blue Jays against Swarthmore. So all three of Glazer's goals have come within the last month. This one comes towards the front of goal, towards Glazer again, but she couldn't get a shot off. So Christina Glazer, the senior, getting the offense going at the right time for the Blue Jays. This one's lifted up towards midfield. It'll bounce on through. Bailey Schwab will get the restart. She tries to push one through a double team. Wins the possession back. Abby Burke. This will come the other way. Nice defensive play by Schwab to break that one up as Arden Sheets was trying to come down the sideline. This one swept up towards Erickson, and it goes out of play. Into the circle, Abby Burke with a shot, takes a deflection and scores. That one finds the back of the cage, and Hopkins starting to pull away pretty early in this one. It's 3-0 in favor of the Blue Jays. You see it on the replay. Burke just into the circle. Her shot did take a deflection. Not sure if it hit Glazer or the goalkeeper. But it's a 3-0 Blue Jay lead. And we're trying to figure it out up here in the press box, whether that was a deflection off a Hopkins stick or the goalkeeper. And we're going to say that got Glazer. So Christina Glazer deflects it home. And the senior has her second goal of the day, her first multi-goal game of her career. And it comes in the postseason to make it 3-0 Blue Jays as Abby Burke picks up the helper. So Christina Glazer with 2 goals. Abby Burke with 2 assists. The sophomore now has 15 assists on the year. She came into the day leading the Centennial Conference with 13 assists, and her 13 were 7th in the country. And now she's got 2 more today, trying to move up that leaderboard. As now Gettysburg comes the other way, and they've got a corner coming here as the Bullets will look to get back into this one. Lauren Beccaria will feed this one in for Gettysburg. They play it short. It's swung across here to Christina Oreo. She has that one blocked. And Hopkins will bring it the other way. Abby Burke had the mask on from defending the corner the entire time as she brought it all the way up the sideline, then just kind of tossed it to her sideline. And now Hopkins looking for goal number 4. Remember, they had 6 against Gettysburg the last time they played them, just less than 2 weeks ago. Sadie Aboud into the circle. Aboud has it deflected off her stick. And Hopkins has won another corner. It's right about this time in the first quarter when they got their first goal. It's now 3-0. And the Blue Jays looking to add more. Christina Glazer with 2 goals so far. Can she get the hat trick? Instead it comes to Maddie Brown-Shear. Behind the back pass. Mackerleen with a shot. It's saved in front. Goes to Erickson. Her shot tips high. Burke put her stick in the air trying to knock it down. And it will become another corner. Corner coming again for the Blue Jays. Burke sends it in. Here's Mackerleen. Mackerleen with a shot, and it's 4-0 Blue Jays. A multi-goal game for Christina Glazer, and now a multi-goal game for Katie Mackerleen, as Jane Wells' team is pouring it on early in this Centennial Conference semifinal. What a shot from Mackerleen. She gets her second goal today and her 11th of the season. And Abby Burke will get the assist. Burke with the hat trick as far as assists go today. 3 assists for the sophomore out of Louisville, Kentucky. And it's 4-0 Blue Jays. Just a complete domination so far in this conference semifinal matchup. Hopkins going to start working its way into maybe setting some records territory for margin of victory in a conference tournament game. Gettysburg's had a couple chances, though. They just got to get themselves a corner, maybe try and convert and get back into this game. Here's Beccaria the other way. Lauren Beccaria trying to do it herself. She gets around 2 defenders. Beccaria into the circle, and that's just what the doctor ordered there for Gettysburg. She goes on a break up the right side and wins a corner for the Bullets just under halfway through this second period. So for Hopkins, 2 goals for Mackerleen, 2 goals for Glazer, 3 assists for Burke. And that's where we stand at this point. The first Mackerleen goal was unassisted, so nobody else got that helper. Corner coming. Gettysburg tries to fight its way back into this one. Lauren Beccaria, whose only goal for this team against Hopkins the last time out. Beccaria had it back on October 30th. Here's a shot that's knocked down in front before it could even get on through to Caitlin Hall as Mackerleen got to it. And a good sign for Hopkins. 7 minutes left in the second period. That's the first time I've mentioned the sophomore goalkeeper, Caitlin Hall, who is right now allowing just about 1 goal per game, 1.07 goals against average, second best in the conference. She makes her 14th start of the year. So now the Blue Jays look for more. Here is Corvey. Michaela Corvey through 2 defenders, feeds it off. It gets swung into the circle. Erickson trying to run it down. A diving save, hits it on goal, and then Caputo kicks it away. Flung on towards the front of net. Erickson down to get it, and the whistle blows and sends it the other way. 11 shots for the Blue Jays, 4 for the Bullets. The scoreboard reads 4-0. So here go the Blue Jays again. Aboud feeds it off for Danica Berman into the game now. inside for a shot, and Bryn Rowland sent it wide. See a couple of nice moves here, and then beautiful pass from Berman. Just Rowland couldn't put it on goal there. Beccaria the other way. She gets double teamed and lost her possession. Lauren Beccaria, again, 8 goals, 4 assists on the season. Scored against Hop her last time out. Her 8 goals, 3rd on the team. This one played up towards the top of the circle, and it'll go the other way. Up the sideline for Berman, trying to keep it in bounds, and it just ran across the sideline. Looking long for Julia Soares. She couldn't get to it. Hannah Freeman, number 25 in white, sophomore out of Lutherville, Maryland, comes on for the Bullets. Izzy Thompson ready to check back in for the Blue Jays. Bertrando makes a couple of moves. Slings one towards the sideline, and Christina Oreo couldn't run it down. As Thompson comes in for Erickson. Again, Emma Bertrando, she had the winning goal in the 1-0 win Wednesday against Bryn Mawr to get the Bullets to this semifinal. And she had the game-winning goal last Saturday in overtime against Dickinson just to get them in to the conference tournament. She's going to need a lot of magic in that field hockey stick today with her team in a 4-0 deficit, and we're still in the first half. Aboud up to Brown Shear. Caputo able to kick it away, but it came up high. She kicked that one up into the knee, it looked like, of Maddie Brown Shear, and it'll be a corner for Hopkins. Of course, Caputo saw the 6 goals go by her on October 30th in the last meeting between these two teams up in Gettysburg. But she also made a season-high 11 saves for her team in that one. So really it could have been worse, and Caputo did play pretty well. Another corner for Hop. Rolls all the way through for Mackerleen. She'll feed it off to her right. Shot is blocked as Brown Shear took another one up high, it looks like, and another corner is coming quickly after the last one. Maddie Brown Shear shaking out her right hand. Down by the top of the circle. Danica Berman will again take this corner. Here's Mackerleen. She'll feed it over to Corvey. Corvey tries a shot and just pushed it wide to the left. Michaela Corvey, who's really come on as of late. Corvey, the junior out of Newburyport, Massachusetts. Of course, had a great season last year. She's missed some time this year, been in and out of the lineup, but she has 5 goals and 3 assists in her last 5 games. Corvey has been on fire, 8 goals and 4 assists for her on the season. Comes Beccaria. Knocked away by Mackerleen. It'll stay with Gettysburg. And if you're the Bullets here, it's got to be tough. You don't want to go into the halftime scoreless here, so it's going to be big for these last 2+ minutes. They're just going to try and get a goal. They can get on the board, maybe get it to 4-1 before the half. At least, if you're head coach Barb Jordan, you can go into halftime with a little momentum, and your team can kind of see that they can score on the Blue Jays and start the comeback from there. But it's going to be tough if it's 4-0. With just 30 minutes to play. Or even worse for Gettysburg if Hopkins were to get another goal. Bertrando takes it away. feels the contact and earns the possession. She'll drive one up the field, and it's intercepted quickly. Olivia Fox got to that one. Abood feeds it up for Brown-Shear. Maddie Brown-Shear makes a nice move to her left, back to her right. Brown-Shear still on the ball, and there's a little bit of contact, and Hopkins will get a corner with just under 90 seconds remaining in the first half. So a chance for Hopkins to get a fifth as Danica Berman will enter this one in. It comes short to Mackerline. Mackerline tries and float one over the head of the goalkeeper, Caputo. It's knocked down and will go the other way. Katie Mackerline trying for her hat trick there, but she couldn't fool the senior goalkeeper. Under a minute to play in the half. It's been all Hop. They got a goal in the first quarter, and they've gotten 3 more here in this second quarter. Mackerline over to Schwab. Bailey Schwab. It runs out of bounds. It'll stay with Hop. Schwab tries to drive one in towards the circle. It kicks on through for Brown-Shear, but she couldn't corral it. It'll go back to Gettysburg. Hopkins putting on the pressure, trying to steal it back right before the half, but there's a whistle. It'll go up the sideline, and that will take us to halftime here at Homewood Field. It's been all Hopkins through the first 30 minutes of play. They got a first quarter goal from Katie Mackerline, then 3 in that second quarter, 2 by Christina Glazer, 1 more from Mackerline, and all 3 were assisted by the conference's assist leader, Abby Burke. And as we hit the half in this Centennial Conference semifinal, it's Hopkins 4 and Gettysburg nothing. We'll be back shortly for the second half. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Hop TV.
The passion that drives the best leads here. The NCAA Division III Field Hockey Championship. November 23rd and 24th at Spooky Nook Sports in Manheim, Pennsylvania. Visit ncaa.com/tickets to get your tickets today.
I am so happy that I chose D3. My coaches and my teammates are always pushing me to reach new potential and to try new things.
You still get to be on a team and play at a very high competitive level, but it doesn't take over your entire life.
They really do want to see you do well in your sport, in the classroom, in life. What the Centennial Conference has to offer is unparalleled by anything else in the country.
We are shaped by the people around us, those who inspire us to be more, to do more.
Gettysburg College has a spirit about it.
You want to be a better person. You want to keep exploring and experiencing new adventures and find something that no one else has before.
When I first sat down in that classroom, I didn't know what to expect. And then it all became real. My professors believed in me. This place
this field, my coaches, my teammates, my friends, they've all become an integral part of me.
Talking with friends from back home, I'm the only one who's doing research from day one.
I launched my own startup in my first year. I studied the Battle of Gettysburg on the battlefield.
I'm experiencing the world, and I'm making a difference.
We love this place. It's the traditions, the town, the campus, the people, the cookies.
So dream big, then make it happen.
Come join us. Be a part of our community. Together, we can change the world.
Together, we can do great work.
It's on us.
All of us.
And it's time to act now.
We are calling you, all of you.
All Centennial Conference student athletes to join our cause.
The It's On Us pledge is a personal commitment
to keep men and women safe from sexual assault.
It's a promise to not be a bystander to the problem,
but to be a part of the solution.
As a Centennial Conference student athlete, I am proud to take the pledge.
I pledge
to create an environment where men and women feel
safe,
to hold friends accountable if what they're doing is wrong,
to never blame the victim.
1/5 of women and 1/16 of men are sexually assaulted in college.
It's on us.
It's on us
to stop sexual assault,
to be more than a bystander,
to intervene if a friend is doing something that could lead to sexual assault.
It's on us.
It's on us.
It's on us.
To help others.
To stand up, to step in, and to take responsibility.
It's on us.
It's on us. To take reports of sexual assault seriously.
to change the way we talk about women.
To be part of the solution, not part of the problem.
To look out for others.
Anyone can be the victim, and everyone can be the solution.
It's on us as Centennial Conference student athletes
to take a stand and make a difference.
We're the Centennial Conference, and it's on us, all of us, to stop sexual assault.
We took the pledge, and you can too.
At itsonus.org.
Welcome back into Homewood Field. We're just about set for the second half here in this Centennial Conference field hockey semifinal between Hopkins and Gettysburg here on Hop TV. Connor Newcomb here with you for this one is the Blue Jays. They were all over it in that first half. 4 goals for them, and they take a 4-0 lead into the start of the second half here. Gettysburg, they're going right to left in the all-white. Hopkins going left to right on your screen in the all-blue uniforms today. And in that first half, it was all Blue Jays all the time. 4 goals for the Blue Jays, 1 in the first quarter, 3 in the second quarter. Katie Mackerline got the first one in the first quarter, as Hopkins is going to end up with another corner here. Then in the second quarter, Christina Glazer, who came into today with just 2 goals on the season, got back-to-back goals to double her season total to make it 3-0, and Mackerline got another one to make it 4. And Abby Burke, the sophomore midfielder, who was just named the National Player of the Week this week after she had 2 goals last Saturday. She assisted on all 3 of those goals in the second quarter. Corner coming here for the Blue Jays. That shot hops up high. Follow-up shot from Mackerline goes right to Glazer. And another corner coming. Almost a shot for Glazer to get the hat trick. Those 3 assists by Abby Burke. That is a new Hopkins record for assists in a Centennial tournament game. So Burke now holds that record with 3 assists, and they all came in just 1 half. She's got plenty of time to add more. This one comes into Maddie Brown-Shear. She feeds it across. Shot takes a deflection in front of goal. Granado and Erickson were both there to try and tip it home. But now a 3rd consecutive corner will come for the Blue Jays just a minute into this second half. The 4 goals as well. That ties a Hopkins record for goals in a Centennial tournament game. And again, it all came in just 1 half. Here's Mackerline off the corner. Her shot deflected. Here's Glazer looking for the hat trick. Caputo makes the save. Glazer back into the middle for Brown-Shear. Maddie Brown-Shear's shot is blocked. It goes back to Glazer. She forces it inside. Granado now. And finally it's sent away. Good defending by the Bullets and good goalkeeping by Jillian Caputo to keep it at a 4-0 game. Hopkins with multiple chances there. They had 13 shots in the first half. And there was a bunch more right there. Danica Berman up the sideline. She slips it through for Glazer, but the senior out of Charlotte couldn't quite run it down. So again, the 4 goals, that ties a Hopkins record for a Centennial tournament game. The 3 assists from Burke is a new Hopkins record for a Centennial tournament game. The record for assists in a game for any game in Hopkins history is just 4. So Burke with plenty of time trying for 1 more assist to try and tie that record. And the all-time record for any Centennial Conference team, for any player in the conference for assists in a game, is 5. So Burke a chance to reach that as well. Of course, she's the conference leader in assists, now with 16 of them on the season. And that ranks in the top 5 in the country as well. For Abby Burke, this coming off of a freshman season last year where she was named 2nd team all-conference, had 8 goals and 6 assists last season. Now 10 goals and 16 assists this year. Definitely making a good case for Conference Player of the Year. Tessa Erickson rolling this one up the sideline, able to keep possession. Tries to turn and fling it into the circle. Back up to Erickson. She sends it in front of goal, but it's knocked away. And this will give it over to Gettysburg. That one bounces up high. Now Julia Soares can break away with this one. Tries to make the pass to her left. It comes on through here. And Hall is going to dive out and get to it with her stick. Allison Cavicchio, number 13 in white, just couldn't get the shot off. And Hall, after hesitating a bit, ended up poking it away. That right there was Gettysburg's best chance of the day, and they couldn't convert. Here's Glazer. A little too much contact from her. Goes back the other way for Jenna Vadinsky. This one rolls up the sideline, and Mackerleen will let it go out of play. Four nothing in favor of Hop in this Centennial semifinal. Of course, the first of two today. You can see the second one right here at Homewood Field on Hop TV about 30 minutes or so after this first one ends. It'll be the second-seeded Franklin and Marshall Diplomats against third-seeded Ursinus. Burke streaking the other way. Burke into the circle. Had it taken away at the last moment. Maybe looking for assist number 4 right there, or potentially goal number 1 on the day. Now Mackerleen back up the sideline for Hopkins. She's got 2 goals. Mackerleen feeds one in for Glazer, the other 2-goal scorer, and a corner coming for Hop. Of course, Hopkins, to get the number 1 seed and host the Centennial tournament, they had to beat Franklin and Marshall last Saturday. Both teams came in 9-0, met right here at Homewood Field, and Hopkins won it 2-1. Fed in for Mackerleen. She tries a shot, and it deflects in. Now the referee is going to blow the whistle, and that's going to be no goal. It found the back of the cage, but it's no goal for Hop. As you see it on the replay here. Maybe that one came up too high. Either way, it stays 4-0, but comes on to goal, and there is goal number 5 of the day for the Blue Jays. And that one, it was the freshman Tessa Erickson who just swept it on into the cage. And Hopkins continues to pull away in this one. That one bounced right on through, and Tessa Erickson, right place, right time, just swept it home as the freshman out of Glen Ellen, Illinois, gets her 3rd goal of the season. Erickson's been kind of a spark plug this year for Hopkins. And Abby Burke gets the assist. There's number 4 on the day for Abby Burke. She's got 4 assists. And for Burke, she has now tied the all-time Hopkins record for assists in a game, as Burke has 4 of them and now has 17 assists on the season to lead the conference. And now Hopkins looking for more. Abby Burke trying for assist number 5 as she feeds inside the circle, but the whistle will send it the other way. Burke a comfortable lead in the Centennial rankings of assists, but she's climbing up the national rankings with the 4 today. Into the circle here for Brown Shears. She couldn't quite run it down. She came into this one with 13 assists on the year. That ranked 7th in the country. She's got 4 more today. She gets her up to 17 on the season. 17 puts her alone in 4th place in the country for assists on the season. Kelsey Jones at Shenandoah has the lead in Division III field hockey right now. She's got 21 assists. Then there's Lindsay Scott from St. John Fisher and Allie McCall from Keene State. The 2 of them each have 19 helpers on the year. And then behind them, Abby Burke in fourth with 17 assists now with the 4 today. This one ahead for Tessa Erickson, who got the last one for Hopkins. Danica Berman now trying to make a move into the circle. She has it taken away, and now whistle goes against Hop. As that was Avery Seward there trying to keep it on the Blue Jays' end. Now Seward gets it back. We didn't see her in the first half. She's in here in the second half. So that one's swept away, and it'll stay with Hop. Defending there by Katie Schaefer. Seward gets to it. Pops out for Burke. Trying to pick out that 5th assist. Burke in towards the cage, but nobody could get a stick on it. Erickson, Glazer, Brown, Shearer all in the area. But nobody could poke it home as Bryn Rowland checks back into the game and Myra Granado heads to the bench for Hopkins. Again, the 4 assists from Abby Burke has tied a program record for assists in a game for the Blue Jays. As this whistle will give it back to Gettysburg. These two teams been pretty even all time, but not the case this year, as it was a 6-1 win for Hop in Gettysburg just 9 days ago in the regular season, and now the Blue Jays lead it 5-0 in the third quarter in this conference tournament semifinal. But all time, this is the 43rd meeting between the two schools in field hockey. Hopkins leads the all-time series just 22-19 with one tie in there as well. So it's been pretty even historically. Here's Julia Soares trying to get Gettysburg on the board. It's deflected back outside the circle, swept in, and that pass was stopped in there and sent away towards Berman. Sam Chabot, Sienna Urbanski, Izzy Thompson all check in for Hopkins. Chabot, the freshman, number 29, seeing her for the first time today. Eileen Nichols in there as well here in the second half as number 18 in blue plays that ball back in. Here's Avery Seward. Seward up to Sadie Aboud. Aboud trying to make a move to her left. It was taken away off her stick. Now Mackerline. Up to Burke. Burke inside the circle. Spinning shot goes wide. That was Thompson on the shot. As Burke tried to get her 5th assist. Urbanski takes that away. Up to Thompson. Thompson into the circle. It'll go the other way now. Vidinsky trying to bring it up the sideline for Gettysburg. The freshman, Vidinsky, feeds it up the field. Allison Cavicchio had it. That one popped up on Anna Scott, number 32 in blue, the freshman out of Ann Arbor, Michigan, who's into the game now for the Blue Jays. And a whistle blows and a corner for Gettysburg as they'll get a chance to get on the board here, being outshot 21-4 in this one. Allison Cavicchio, junior out of Medford, New Jersey, with 1 goal and 1 assist on the year, will enter this one in. Cavicchio had the best chance of the day for Gettysburg, came early in this period. She had a 2-on-1 break, which turned onto a 1-on-0 with her versus the goalkeeper, Hall, and she just kind of lost possession before she could get a good shot off, and Hall came out with a stick to poke it away. She plays it short. Here's a shot. It goes wide of the cage, came off the stick of Emma Bertrando. Hall in goal, read it all the way, was diving that way, but it was well wide of the cage. So Bertrando, who has been a second-team All-Centennial selection the last 2 years and is well on her way to that this year with 9 goals. Couldn't find the cage there. And a whistle blows, and again another corner late in the third period. Cavicchio will take it again. See if she plays short to Bertrando again. Soares there as well. 2 closest options are the 2 leading goal scorers for the Bullets. She'll play to Soares. Gives it off to Bertrando. Emma Bertrando makes a move, takes a shot. Hall makes a kick save. First save of the day for Caitlin Hall. And her 44th of the season comes late in the third period. That's just the kind of day it's been for Hopkins. And on the flip side for Gettysburg. Bullets get it back. Vadinsky plays up to Cavicchio. Cavicchio outside the circle. Makes a move to her right. And Gettysburg will get the restart. Vadinsky, the freshman, trying to enter into the circle. No dice there. It's taken away and driven all the way up the sideline where the Bullets are going to have to run it down deep in their own territory. This one flipped ahead over the head of Abby Burke. And the referee will blow his whistle with under a minute to play in the period. Barring anything in these final 45 seconds, it'll be somewhat of a quiet third period for Hopkins after the big offensive output in the second. They have just 1 goal in this quarter so far. But they're looking for another here with Rowland. She feeds it up for Thompson. Izzy Thompson on the ball. Her pass a little errant. And the Bullets will bring it the other way. Maybe a break for Gettysburg here, but that's shut down quickly. Good defending by Anna Scott. And she wins it back for her team. That pass for Chabot gets deflected up in the air. Vadinsky with one last try. It's knocked down by Mackerleen, and that'll bring us to the end of the third quarter. We've played 45 minutes here at Homewood Field, and it is all Hopkins in this first Centennial field hockey semifinal. The Blue Jays had another goal in that third quarter off the stick of Tessa Erickson, her 3rd of the season. And with 15 minutes to play, it is Hopkins 5 and Gettysburg nothing. We'll be back shortly for the fourth quarter here on Hop TV.
The passion that drives the best leads here. The NCAA Division III Field Hockey Championship. November 23rd and 24th at Spooky Nook Sports in Manheim, Pennsylvania. Visit ncaa.com/tickets to get your tickets today.
Just 15 minutes to play here in this first Centennial Conference Field Hockey semifinal from Baltimore and the campus of Johns Hopkins University. And the top-seeded Blue Jays in full control of this one. A 5-0 lead for Hopkins. Connor Newcomb with you here on Hop TV for the final period. As each team may be looking to empty the bench a bit. Here in this one, has been all Hopkins. A goal in the first quarter, 3 goals in the second quarter, 1 more in the third period. That's how we got to 5. 21 shots for Hop, just 6 for the Gettysburg Bullets, who came in as the number 5 seed. Of course, took down 4th-seeded Bryn Mawr by a score of 1-0 during the week just to get to this semifinal. But this is where their season's going to end against the 6th-ranked team in the country who hasn't lost a conference game all season. For Gettysburg at this point, it's about finishing strong, try to get a goal here in this final period with under 14 minutes remaining in their season. Sam Nicole has it, number 24 in white. Nicole, who started every game this year. And the back line for Gettysburg, one of the seniors on this Bullets team. Been a lot to this program for 4 years. Of course, a 2-year starter, Nicole, but been a big part of their defense the last 2 years. But Nicole, one of just 2 seniors in this Gettysburg starting lineup. 3, including the goalkeeper Jillian Caputo, but a good sign moving forward for head coach Barb Jordan. If you lose just 3 seniors, and you've got a lot of production from underclassmen as well. Of course, they'll lose Caputo, which will be a big loss in a goalkeeper, and you lose your leading scorer Julia Soares, who's also a senior, and then your anchoring defender in Sam Nicole. However, you return Bertrando, who has 9 goals this year. She's a junior. And Beccaria, who's just a sophomore, and she's got 8 goals this season. You got good production from a freshman in Jenna Vadinsky and a sophomore in Henna Freeman this year. So a lot of talent will return for the Bullets next year. So they'll try and get back to this conference tournament and maybe go even further next season. Into the circle here. Good chance for the Bullets. Here comes a shot, and Gettysburg is on the board. With 12 minutes to play in this one, the Bullets finally find the back of the cage. It's Lauren Beccaria who's been on the ball the most today for her team, and she makes it 5-1. So Beccaria gets on the board. A little bit of a defensive breakdown from the Blue Jays. And Beccaria got it up high and snuck it past the goalkeeper, Caitlin Hall. 9th goal of the season for the sophomore Beccaria out of Fairfield, Connecticut. Of course, 2 of her 9 goals have come against Hopkins, as she scored the only goal for the Bullets in their 6-1 loss to the Blue Jays back on October 30th. It was kind of a similar situation. She scored in the 4th quarter in that one when the score was 6-0. Scores in the 4th quarter of this one with a score at 5-0 and now makes it 5-1. And there's Beccaria, who, one of those players, she'll be coming back next year. Got 2 more years here with this program. Looks like she'll finish with 9 goals on the year. Now pushing to get herself a double-digit goal season. 11 minutes left to do that. So the overall point being his team does return a lot of talent for next season, as that one deflects on through kind of awkwardly. And Caitlin Hall had to go down to grab it. And that's going to end up as a corner for Gettysburg. That one took a weird deflection inside the circle. And we almost had quickly a 5-2 game. Gettysburg trying to creep back into this one. Of course, behind the 8 ball, trailing 5-0 entering the 4th quarter, but they've showed a lot of fight here in this final period. Hannah Freeman, the sophomore, with 3 goals and 2 assists on the season. Number 25 in white will enter in this corner for the Bullets with just under 11 minutes to play. It's fed over to the right side. Soares tries a shot. It's knocked down there by Seema Sudgeon, who's into the game for the first time. Sudgeon took a ball or a stick up high in warm-ups, and she was in the starting lineup, got scratched from the starting lineup. We didn't see her in the first 3 quarters, but she comes out there in the 4th quarter. As you see her out there now, Sudgeon obviously a big part of this Hopkins team. It started every game until today. Second straight corner from the Bullets. Here comes a shot, and it deflects wide. Gettysburg still on it inside the circle, and the whistle blows for another corner. So Sudgeon in there, a really good sign for Hopkins. Of course, moving forward is they'll have the championship game tomorrow at 4 o'clock here at Homewood Field. Soares plays it off to her left. Now she gets it back. Julia Soares tries a shot, and it deflects wide of the cage. Beccaria was there trying to deflect it on goal, and it'll come outside for the Bullets. Into the circle again. Bertrando tries to feed it off for Vadinsky, and another corner coming. Just a tick under 10 minutes to play in this one. Freeman will start this one again for Gettysburg. Knocked down by Bertrando, and she has it taken away. Corvey took it off her stick. It's up to Val Henderson, number 14 in blue, into the game now for the Blue Jays. And here goes Corvey, looking for Henderson. Referee will blow it dead. And he's going to issue a card here. And he'll stay with Hopkins. That one taken away by Soares. Soares feeds it up the field. A break here for Beccaria. Lauren Beccaria into the circle, tries a shot, and it deflects up high and over the cage. Really good fight here from the Bullets in the final period. They've been all over the ball here in this 4th quarter. Gettysburg looking for some space here to try and get a shot off. It's Megan Kratz, number 22 in white, the junior out of Robbinsville, New Jersey. Kratz, who has 2 goals on the year, trying to get a 3rd. Whistle blows, keeps it with Gettysburg. Christina Ario. That drive blocked down by Sudgeon. And a corner coming. So another chance coming for the Bullets here. Beccaria will enter it in. Bertrando feeds it off for Soares. Soares with a shot. It's knocked down in front. Beccaria takes it away, but the whistle gives it back to Hopkins. Under 8 minutes to play in this one. 5-1 Hop. Lauren Beccaria with a goal in this fourth period has gotten Gettysburg on the board. That pass taken away and sent up towards Megan Kratz. So it looks like the Blue Jays are going to win this one and advance to tomorrow's final at 4 o'clock right here at Homewood Field. They'll take on the winner of our second semifinal between the 2-seed Franklin and Marshall and the 3-seed Ursinus, as the Blue Jays will make some mass subs here. Chabot and Urbanski will come on first. Seward, Fox, and Granado will soon join them. But for Hopkins, again, they'll face the winner of Franklin and Marshall and Ursinus. Two teams that the Blue Jays have beaten this year. Two teams, although, that are ranked in the top 25 and have put together great seasons. Of course, the Blue Jays beat Franklin and Marshall their last time out on Saturday right here at Homewood Field. It was a 2-1 win. Abby Burke got both goals. The Diplomats got one late in the fourth quarter to make it 2-1, but Hopkins held on for the win, which clinched them the regular season title and got them to host this conference tournament, as the Blue Jays are going to make a goalie change as well here. So Caitlin Hall out of there with about 6.5 to play. And for the first time this season, we see the freshman goalkeeper Morgan Seward, freshman out of Norristown, Pennsylvania. She makes her Hopkins debut in goal and will play the last 6+ minutes of this Centennial semifinal, as Gettysburg will take it the other way. So Hopkins got the 2-1 win over Franklin and Marshall. Also had a 1-goal win over Ursinus. They played them up in Collegeville a couple weeks ago, back on October 26th. And Hopkins won that one 4-3. Took them into double overtime to win it, but they got it done very, very late in the overtime periods. With just seconds remaining in the second overtime, Michaela Corvey scored the winning goal to give Hopkins a 4-3 win in that one. So either opponent for the Blue Jays, it should be a good one tomorrow to decide a Centennial Conference champion, as Gettysburg will get another corner here with less than 6 to play. And we'll see if Morgan Seward is tested for the first time in her Blue Jay career. This one played to the top of the circle. Bertrando tries to feed it across. It's loose in front. There's a battle for the ball here, as Sophie Kim was down to get it for the Blue Jays. And another corner coming. Olivia Fox and Myra Granado still waiting to check in for the Blue Jays right at midfield. Bertrando tries a shot, slips on through and goes in. The Bullets get another goal back. It's now 5-2. Maybe too little, too late. They trail by 3 with just 5.5 minutes remaining in this one. But they get another goal on the board. So that one gets by Morgan Seward, as it was Emma Bertrando who took the shot from just inside the circle, and she makes it 5-2. So Bertrando, the junior out of Westchester, Pennsylvania, she gets her 10th goal of the season, which ties her for the team lead with the senior Julia Soares. And the assist goes to Lauren Beccaria, who got her 9th goal today and also gets her 5th assist. Blue Jays coming the other way. It's Sienna Urbanski. Stops to corral it, then feeds it out towards the top of the circle to Sadie Aboud. Corvey flips it in towards goal, and a corner coming for Hop. So it's probably just going to be too little, too late for Gettysburg, but a fourth period that Barb Jordan's got to be happy with. They came in trailing 5-0. It's now 5-2, and they had 6 shots in the first 3 periods combined. They have 7 shots alone in this fourth quarter, and that has helped them produce the 2 goals. Corner for Hop. Fox tries a shot. It's deflected, and the goalkeeper Caputo is out to kick it away. That one taken away by Sophie Kim. She'll feed it up for Corvey. Corvey, a lot of contact, and the whistle blows. Talked about Corvey kind of been held in check today. Came in with 5 goals and 3 assists in her last 5 games for the Blue Jays. Punched ahead here for Megan Kratz. She's not able to run it down. Instead, it's Avery Seward on the ball for Hopkins. Contact keeps it with the Blue Jays in towards Urbanski, and the pass deflected. Hop making a sub here as Anna Scott will come to the bench. And Sarah Janey, number 35 in blue, checks in for the first time today. As Jane Wells continues to empty her bench. Hopkins looking for his 6th goal. Corvey makes a couple of nice moves, then has her pass deflected. Of course, Hopkins won this Centennial Conference tournament last season. It was up in Lancaster, PA, but another chance. Soares deflects it on goal. It's loose in front. Comes another shot. It squeaks on through, and all of a sudden, it's 5-3. And with still 2.5 minutes to play, this one is not over yet. 3 unanswered fourth period goals from the Bullets. And it is a 5-3 game. Lauren Beccaria got the goal there. Soares had the first shot, and Seward made the save on that one, but Beccaria gets the follow-up. It's her 2nd goal of the day and her 10th of the season for the sophomore. Now there's a 3-way tie for Gettysburg. Soares, Bertrando, and Beccaria all tied for the team lead with 10 goals. And all of a sudden, it's 5-3. All of this damage being done in this fourth quarter. I don't think this is what Jane Wells thought would happen, is she has to get a couple of her starters back in there. She's going to send Abby Burke back onto the field to just try and make sure this one finishes up. And with Burke out there, that's the potential of getting a 6th goal to put it away, but just 90 seconds remaining for the Bullets to try and put 2 more goals together. This one inside the circle. It's flipped towards Corvey. Corvey with a shot, deflects on through, and the whistle blew before it found the back of the cage. No goal for Hopkins. It remains 5-3. And now Gettysburg will go the other way. Beccaria looking for the hat trick. Beccaria moving on in, tries the shot, and it goes wide. It was saved by Seward, but a corner coming for Gettysburg with 68 seconds remaining. And if the Bullets can get one here, it gets to serious nervous time for Hopkins. They scored on their last corner. That made it 5-2 earlier in this period. We had all but counted Gettysburg out. It was 5-0 to start the quarter. Now it's 5-3. Coming to the top of the circle for Soares. Bertrando with a shot. It squeaks on through, and it's 5-4 with just under a minute to play. 4 goals in the fourth quarter from Gettysburg, and they are right back into this one. And a tough moment for the freshman goalkeeper, Morgan Seward. She came into this one. It was 5-1, looking like an easy 6.5 minutes to just finish out the game in her first collegiate appearance. And now with 59 seconds to play, Jane Wells makes a goalie swap again, and the starter, Caitlin Hall, is back out there for the final minute. It's 5-4. Out of nowhere, 4 goals in the fourth quarter from Gettysburg. Emma Bertrando gets her second goal of the day, and she now takes the team lead with 11 on the season. Bertrando with 2, Beccaria with 2, all in this fourth quarter. Now Hopkins just playing keep away here to try and escape with a semifinal victory. Just 30 seconds remaining. Does Gettysburg have one last breakaway in them? Granado down the sideline. She's going to take it into the corner and try and run out the clock. And the whistle will blow to keep it with Hopkins. Now just 15 seconds remaining. And it looks like the time is going to run out on this Gettysburg comeback. But what an effort it was in the fourth quarter from the Bullets. Hopkins in possession. That's going to do it from Homewood Field, and the Blue Jays are on to the Centennial Conference Final, but it wasn't as easy as we thought through 3 quarters. However, the Blue Jays hold on for a 5-4 victory over Gettysburg. This one was all Hopkins through 45 minutes. Katie Mackerline got a goal in the first quarter to make it 1-0. She got another in the second quarter. Christina Glazer got 2 in the second quarter, and it was a 4-0 game. Then one more from Tessa Erickson in the third quarter, and it was 5-0 after 45 minutes. But Hopkins put some of the backups in, and Gettysburg put their foot on the gas in that fourth quarter. The Bullets get 4 goals in the fourth period. Lauren Beccaria with 2 of them, Emma Bertrando with 2 of them. And they scored the fourth one with just under a minute left to make it a 5-4 game. Put a lot of pressure on the Blue Jays, but Hopkins holds on for a 5-4 victory. Next up, it's our second semifinal of the day, 2 versus 3 seed. Franklin and Marshall will take on Ursinus in about 30 to 45 minutes. You can catch that one right here on Hop TV. And the winner of that one will take on this Hopkins team tomorrow at 4 o'clock. Here at Homewood Field on Hop TV for the Centennial Conference Championship. So one more time for our entire Hop TV crew, I'm Connor Newcomb saying so long for now from our first semifinal. Hopkins holds on to win it 5-4 and advances to the Centennial Conference Championship game. We hope you join us back here shortly for our second semifinal, and we hope you enjoyed this one here on Hop TV.